Okay, bigger mess. So I spent about, I don't know, 2 hours with an impact here. Just didn't care. Bolts flying everywhere. It is what it is. So I opened the pan last. This was stuck in the pickup tube. I thought it was just a piece of sludge. It's a piece of metal. Hard to tell if it's like a piece of bearing or what it is really. But if the camera can focus, there we go. Yeah, sharp piece of metal. There we go. Yeah, piece of metal stuck in there. Yeah, and it's tight. It's a piece of steel in there. What that's a part of, I'm not totally sure. Would that be the bearing? And somehow it just got so badly chewed up that it just flattened it and spun it. That's be what you call a spun bearing. I guess theoretically speaking, it would be, wouldn't it? But I mean, like, look at the carnage. Yeah. Let's see if I can find a screwdriver here. I'm going to use it as a marker instead of using my finger here. There we go. Ah, yeah, see? Look at that. That's pure. It's pure steel. Wedged right in there. In the crankshaft. It's just, what the hell caused that? I'm gonna go ahead and remove this pickup and this. I'm gonna get this thing out of the way. We'll look into it a little more here before I shut her down for the day. You'd swear I never cleaned this place this morning with all the various fluids and now more engine oil. That was purely stupidity on my part. That's what happens when you start getting tired. You start getting stupid. There. That's where it belongs. Anyway, I removed the oil pump. It turns. I mean, I don't think the pump got trashed. But, looking inside, ooh, look at all the confetti in there. Yeah, lots of yuck. Lots of fuselage wedged in there. Well, I can honestly say that that's the issue. It's nothing to do with the cylinder walls. I mean, having the spark plugs out of it for however long they were out of it probably didn't help matters any. I will admit to that. But I'd say something definitely in the lower end. Definitely grenaded here, causing a lot of carnage. I'd like to take the camshaft out, but the thing is I need a puller to get this off, as I'm pretty certain you do, unless you really want to pound the snot out of that damper. But I don't have one here. I ended up using a neighbor's years ago to get it off, and I don't think I have one here. I have a steering wheel puller, but I don't have a proper puller for that. So I'm not going to bother with it. But I honestly think there's not really any point. The upper half is probably fine, like when it comes to all this stuff. So, well, we don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure it'd probably be fine. So, but I'm not going to bother messing with it. I think it's concrete evidence that our issue lies right up in here. So, yeah, more specifically right here. Just having a Pepsi break at the moment here. I'm not going any farther with this. There's no point. Clearly the evidence is in the pudding here with this, that we know now what the cause of the seize was. The engine seized more or less due to bearing failure. So yeah, we take note on this side. That piece of metal right there, it should not be there. So It's stuck in there. So another thing too, we don't know the condition of the crankshaft anymore. Like there's some burring here, so it would need a complete. But like the trouble is like the crankshaft. How much damage did it endure? You know, to have something like that done at a machine shop, you're looking at a lot of money. Is it really worth it? Do we know if the block is any good? The block might be alright, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard to say. There's so much evidence here. The head gaskets were new. Somebody put all new gaskets in this, intake gaskets, intake plenum, the whole 9 yards. The only thing that I couldn't understand is that they never cleaned the deck. They never did anything properly. Like, this was all dirty with new gaskets on top. It's like there was no effort into it. So it's just, yeah, so it just makes you wonder, like, whoever was monkeying with this, obviously, like, did they know what they were doing, or did they hate the trade so much that they just didn't care? Or I don't know. It's so bizarre, but whoever's been farting with this obviously just didn't care. But yeah, no, because there's a lot of bolts missing in this, so obviously it's been tinkered with before. So I'm going to deem it a total loss. I'm not going to bother with it. Maybe later I'll try and see if I can, smash the, pistons out of it good enough that I can try and, get the crankshaft out to see if it is savable. But I really don't see the need, and I'm sure as heck not going to do it tonight or anytime this week. So then we got some more questionable things. This here is for your oil pressure. I'm fairly certain it is. Now, I just don't understand for the life of me. This is a new sender, but why do we have plumbing material, or it could be used for air as well, but why do we have this attached to that to get this to go to that? Like, it works, I guess, but I don't know, wouldn't that cause a loss of pressure and give you an inaccurate reading? Maybe not, but it just makes you wonder why is there an improper sender on there, and then that, like, I don't understand why they were trying to mock things up to make things work good enough here. So yeah, very strange. Very, very strange. But I don't know if that's a factory. Like, that looks like a pretty good groove there too, but that might be something that could be factory too. We don't know. Yeah, that piece of shrapnel right there, I would say that did it. I would say that definitely did it. And this bearing here, right there where that one cap goes, I would honestly say there's quite a bit of nicks and grooves in that. Take note right here. Oh, it's gonna be hard to do, but I don't know. It's, yeah, I felt it with my finger. Like, that's pretty rough. That's very rough. I don't know. Right here. I don't know. So low oil pressure caused that. Like, there's a bunch of little divots in it, all the way down. If I move the trouble light there, now you can really get a good picture. Look at all that. There's like little pitting in it. And this one, yeah. This one here, more pitting. This one, where am I here? This. And this here, right at the end. Yeah, look at that. I would say that's not supposed to be like that. So I don't know, would low oil pressure cause that? Running too hot? I don't know, maybe this engine's been rebuilt before. Do you think maybe it was improper rebuild? Like, to me, this here looks really dry. So there must have been a lot of friction going on right here in this area before it seized. Because everything else is nicely covered in oil here. So I don't know. But yeah, we can take note, like, that shrapnel, it's wrapped in there pretty good. Anyway, So anyway, well, considering the mess I made, I guess it was worth it just to try and diagnose and see what exactly happened. But I can safely say that it was definitely bearing failure here. So cylinder heads might be good. I think I'll keep these parts. I've got the intake manifold too. It should be fine. Oil pump. You're obviously not going to try running that in anything ever again. It would be unwise. Just judging by all of that metallic confetti in there. I mean, I mean, it did its job blocking it. So, but God knows if any made its way into the pump. I don't feel like it, but I would say it's unwise to run it. I'd say just scrap it. Yeah, so unfortunately that is its demise. We got parts here, so I mean this could probably be saved. These are, your oil filter goes here, but these cooler lines look to be in good shape. Cylinder heads, I'm going to take a guess saying that they're all right. Power steering pump, all these parts are good. The alternator, yeah, you know, we'll keep all this. We got a water pump here. I removed this with the fan, but I don't know if this is just remnants of like that form of gasket stuff. Like I don't know why anybody would do that. I don't know. I probably started an internet argument here with this, but I don't know. I've never ever done that. I hated using that. I was always told not to, mainly because that stuff would end up cycling through your engine. So I never ever used that crap anywhere near a water pump. But anyway, yeah, so but I think it's safe to say that this engine is euchred, that there's really no point in trying to go any farther with it. Starter motor, I'll go ahead and take that off. That's one of the last parts that I did not remove. And the rest of it, yeah, clean up the garage and just back the trailer in here, and I'll load the block on the trailer and we'll just get rid of it.